Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to show you the clutchest game that I've ever had on chess. So I'm playing as the white pieces and I go d4. Now opponent goes knight f6. Oops. Anyways, opponent goes knight f6 and I decided to try to do something like a London, so I go bishop f4. And I know that he's gonna do the King's Indian defense, just pawn here, fianchetto the bishop, and then castles. So that's exactly what he did. I put my knight out, bishop fianchettoed, and now I put my knight to c3. Not playing a regular London. It's supposed to be pawn to c3, but I tried to prepare the move e4 with this move. So anyways, he castles e4, and he did this is d6, right? Yeah, he did d6, preventing e5. Good. And I tried to open up. This was a mistake by me. I immediately tried attacking with the move h4. I just tried to open up his shit. And yeah, he just attacked my bishop with his knight. Now I should have gone bishop to e3, but I was quite dumb. I went knight to e2, defending the bishop with my knight. Now takes, and it looks like black is better than me slightly. Anyways, he blocks the attack with this, I think, and I move my queen here to prepare queenside castling. Now the bishop pins my knight to the queen, and at this point, I think I should have just castled. But yeah, oh wait, this is a mouse slip, by the way. I didn't intend to do this. This one move was a mouse slip. I think I was just looking over what moves I could do, and then I accidentally put the knight to this square. So that was just a mouse slip. Bad move. I should have just long castled. Anyways, he goes e5, attacking my knight. Then I take, and now I have a decision whether to trade queens or not. And I should have traded the queens, but in this position I did a horrible blunder, long castle. And just look at how the bar goes down. Now the idea of this move is if he just takes my knight, then I'll take his queen, rook takes, and then rook takes rook, and I'll be up two points. Yeah, 2 points of material. But what I didn't calculate is queen takes queen with check. My rook will take, and then he just wins a knight for free, which is what happened. And now I'm completely losing. It's -5 right now, and I'm kind of afraid of this move here. So I pin the pawn to the king. He develops his knight, and I try to open up the f file, but I think this might have been a mistake because with this pawn here, my knight is not pinned to anything. But if I do this, the pawn takes, my knight is now pinned to the rook. So I think that was a mistake. Yeah, but my idea was pawn takes, and then my rook here goes here to the f file, and look how many attackers are on the f file. Anyways, takes, and now he plays the move king to g7, preparing the move f6. Because now it's no longer pinned to the king, and I didn't see that, unfortunately. And I went bishop to d5. I should have just moved my rook out or something to safety, but instead I played that, and now I'm gonna lose material. And he plays pawn to f6, attacking my knight. Now since my knight is pinned to my rook, if I move my knight away, then the bishop will just capture the rook. But I decided to move my knight anyway over here, so then when the bishop captures, I'll just recapture with my knight, and I don't want it to be hanging. So takes, and now bishop to g4. I don't know what that does. This develops a bishop. Then I go rook to the f file here, and he goes rook to b8, which prevents my bishop from capturing this pawn after the knight moves. Now knight to c4, yes, advancing my knight forward probably, and he goes knight to b. What is this? b4, yeah. So I thought that he was trying to take this pawn, and I decided to go knight to a5, revealing, defending the pawn with my bishop. But since he's up on material, his 5 points of material up, he just decides to trade, which is good for him. If you're up material, you always want to trade unless it's bad. But in this case, it's good. Now the rook attacks my pawn. I defend it. The bishop goes to e3, and here I thought of doing this move rook to f4, because then the bishop won't be able to capture my pawn. But instead I went rook to e1, attacking the bishop. Now the bishop takes my pawn, knight takes, and then rook takes my pawn, sacrificing his bishop, or maybe just trading it for 2 pawns. Now he's only 4 points of material up, and I went rook to e7 check, just to win a pawn. I wanted a free pawn. Now he's gonna target that weak pawn there, but I'm also going to target one of his weak pawns, which is the pawn on b7. Now he takes. I take with my knight. He targets this pawn. I move out of the way with my knight, and I don't move here or here. That's a blunder. I don't move here or here, but I move here. So then later in the future, I have the option to check the king. Anyways, he takes my pawn. I take his pawn, and now it's -7 for black. Because firstly, rook and knight versus rook and rook is winning for black, and his pawns are way closer to queening than my pawns. My pawns are still on the second rank, and his one has advanced a bit further. But okay, I knew that he was gonna queen somehow, so yeah. He checks my king first, I move my king up, and now he's trying to queen with this pawn, which with the h pawn, which I think is a mistake because it's blocked by the rook, so you have to move your rook first, but okay, whatever. I tried to queen my pawn as well, and here check, he's going to win a pawn. I check his king, then I put my rook to e7, so then he can go back down to e1 eventually when the pawn goes to h2 to prevent. So then when it queens, I can recapture. Anyways, he checks. I go d3. He's about to queen, so I have to do e1, rook to e1. And now he goes rook to g2. And at this point, I'm like, oh my god, I'm losing so badly. I should just resign right now, because if I play anything, maybe, I don't know, random move, just push my pawn to a6. Yes, rook to g1, and I'm forced to take his rook, right? Now he's going to queen. So that was just a devastating move. I thought that was his idea. So I just push. Wait, no. What did I do? Yeah, I just pushed my pawn forward in the game, and he just decided to queen. Of course, I take that with a check, and nothing is defending it. So yeah, the king has to move now, and I slide my rook over all the way to the a file to defend the pawn. I want to queen. Anyways, the rook goes back. Wait, no, the rook checks my king. I go nearer to the pawn to help it queen. Then the rook goes all the way up, push my pawn, attack the rook. The rook blocks my pawn from queening. Now my plan is to get my king to b7 to attack the rook, which is exactly what I tried to do. And he goes here. And then I eventually get to b7. Now, something he could have done in these previous positions is to just go rook to b2. Now my king can't go on the b file and can't help my pawn promote. So, but he didn't do that. He didn't do that. So now my king gets to b7. He takes the pawn, and now a huge blunder by me. I'm a really bad player, so yeah. I should have taken with my rook, but instead I took with my king. Look at how the eval goes down. It's -7. He has to find the winning move, rook to c7 check. I have to move my king. He wins my horse for free. He's going to queen. But he didn't see that. All other moves are just draws. And he pushes his pawn, which is a draw. So I check the king. I hoped it went somewhere somewhere like this or here, so then I can capture this pawn, which is what he did. I captured the pawn, and my plan is to just sacrifice my knight for that pawn because it's too powerful. It's going to queen. I don't want it to queen. So pawn moves forward. I attack the pawn, and I don't know what this does, but whatever. I captured the pawn, and now it's a draw. Two rooks, two kings. We have the same amount of material, and look at what the engine says. It's all just draws. But my opponent played so badly up to this point. He blundered a win basically, right? So I thought that I can go for the win, which is exactly what happened. Check here. I tried to move my king closer to his. Check my king here. And my plan was to checkmate with king and rook. I know that sounds dumb, but most people, no, some people fall for it. So I just tried to do that for some time. Right? I face his king, go back, he goes back, I go forward, and now he does a really bad move, rook to a2, and this loses the game immediately because of rook to wait, no, that's h. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. Rook to h2. Now, what the move rook to h2 does is it checks the king, and after the king moves, I'll just take the rook for free. And rook and king versus king is a checkmate. So yes, after that move, my opponent resigned, and I just won. After the lowest point of the eval was maybe -13. Yeah, I won from that. That was the most clutch game ever. My opponent went from being 5 points of material up to being mated in 7. Look at this. So yeah, he just decided to resign in this position. He knows that it's completely lost, and he just played a kind of bad game. I also made a lot of mistakes, but hey, I won the game. So yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.